Good morning, lecturer and everyone. This is half of the podcast because today there are only two of us. My name is Phornich.
And my name is Vahrak.
And today we bring you a new topic which is about risk, particularly about rule breakers and risk takers. Okay, so let's begin right away, shall we? What does taking a risk mean to you?
So, as for me, I think taking a risk means you do something new, even though you are uncertain that it can be fail or it can be success. It means that you stepping outside your comfort zone. Even though staying in your comfort zone, it makes you feel safe and comfortable. But if you step out of your comfort zone, you can try something new and it can be successful. Why not taking a risk?
Okay, can you provide me an example of how a risk might be undertaken?
Let's take an example of a risk that it can be joining a competition. So when joining a competition, you do not know if you might get a topic that you are good at or not. So it may risk of failing. That's why, however, when you take it, you can learn a new lessons, which in turn, sometimes you can success in doing it.
Okay, I think I won't deny this definition of taking a risk. Okay.
Moving on to the next question, which is, do you think rule breakers are brave or reckless?
I think it is a combination of both because sometimes a display of breaking a rule can be brave when they are challenging unfair provisions or guidelines. For example, some rules may be restricting your freedom or limiting what you can do. So by challenging this rule, it shows that you are brave enough to make systemic reforms. However, it can also be reckless when you ignore the safety of yourself or other aspects that might affect the success of what you are doing as well. So therefore, it also depends on what you intend to do and what may be the result of taking those type of risks. Yeah. So let's proceed with our main discussion today, which is why do you think people take risks in life?
Based on what I'm seeing in today's world is that people mainly take risks because they want to try out something new and they want to succeed. They still uncertain if they will success or not, but if they can try it because it's not cost anything to them, and sometimes it's a new desire for excitement for them. They want, as I said, they want to try something new, and people mainly think if something is new, it means they get new experience, which is in turn give them more excitement.
I also think that people like to take risks because they don't want to miss out on any opportunities. There is a model that used to go around that says you only live once. So why not take a risk there? Because you don't know when you're going to be gone, unfortunately. So you need to do whatever you can with the limited lifespan that you have left. So taking a risk can prove that to be meaningful as well. Yeah.
But have you ever taken a risk that changed something for you?
I think I definitely did. I like to take risks a lot, and I definitely take risks because I feel that it would allow me to try something new. And also, by taking risks, it helps me to speak up more about the discontent that I have in my life. And also, I don't really like to take the convenient or easy path. Even my lecturers used to tell me about that. I mostly take the path that are difficult and challenging because I can learn from them. As a result, I can grow, and also there are many things that I can acquire from those experiences. As an example, last year I took a risk for the first time in a while where I applied for a debate competition. I already knew beforehand that I did not aim to win the competition. I just aimed to learn and try out new experiences within the university context, and therefore the first day I lost all of the rounds that I took, but then I made adjustment to myself, and the next day, the second round, I won all of the rounds. I won all of the matches. So it proved that sometimes doing something new may not always brings you happiness, but it definitely brings you something that you can learn about. And yeah, that's what I learned from my example as well. So Vahrak, do you think that rules are always meant to be followed, or do you think that sometimes it is justifiable that you can break rule because of different reasons?
For me, I think rule. Not all rules are meant to be broken because rules are made to protect people, to make people safe. So, however, sometimes you have to break it because you have no choice, or the rule is become outdated and it doesn't fit to the modern life anymore. So, rules like you cannot talk to authority when they say something unfair about you. It can be outdated, I think, yeah. Then you have to break it. You have to talk back to them. You have to to fight for yourself instead of just stand without talking anything, saying anything.
Interesting point. I also think that some rule can limit your progress as well. Think back to the past where scientists might not be able to conduct different research because it's against the humane law or against ethical considerations. But when scientists undertook different things that people may observe to be wrong, it actually help us to advance in our scientific progress as well. For example, the discovery of penicillin happened by accident. The scientists took a risk and they produced something that proved to be beneficial in the future and help us with our medicine that we have today. So yeah, I think it's important to break rules sometime if the conditions are right and if it is justifiable as well.
So one more question to you. Yeah. Can breaking rule ever be a good thing?
Yeah, I think it's very similar to what you have answered. I think sometimes rule can prove to be unfair to a certain group of people or to a majority of the people. So sometimes when you break rule, it can result in positive changes within society. And historical examples that we have seen are social movement that occurs or protests that people have led in demonstration of particular purposes. For example, women fought for women's rights, and now it has proved to be beneficial because women are on the same pedestals as men, unlike before. And yeah, sometimes you need to break rule in order to produce innovation. Yeah. And I think to wrap up what we have said, it is important to follow rules because rules are there to protect people. However, sometimes rules can be
unfair.
And unfair as well. So to produce innovation, sometimes breaking rules and taking risks are required. So yeah, again, is taking risks necessary for success, do you think?
Yes, I do. Because without taking risks, you will not receive any success. Like as we can see, even the rich people can say that they are successful people. They always take the risk. They always start something new, like finding a new business to success. They don't know that they can succeed in their business or not, but they still take a risk. They step out of their comfort zone to learn something new. Even though it failed, in turn they still get new experiences from it, and they can enhance themselves in the future.
Okay. And do you have one last question?
And for my last question for you is, what advice would you give to someone about taking risks?
I think you need to consider carefully when you should take a risk and why you are doing it, because all risks can prove to be beneficial or can prove to be detrimental to you. So yeah, think before acting and understand the consequences behind your actions of taking different risks. And even though you might fail in doing so, you need to learn from your failure instead of letting it slow you down and stopping you from making progress. Therefore, a last message that I would like to share is that you need to take calculated risks and not blind ones that might prove to backstab you in the future. And I think that is all for our podcast today. I hope you learned something new about taking risks and considering when and where you should take risks and whether it's good for you or not. And yeah, that is the end of our podcast. Thank
Yeah.
you for watching. Leave a like, subscribe, and we will see you in the future. Goodbye.